Hey, welcome back. Just wrapping out, breezed right through hour two. Um, we're talking about all serious stuff. We got up to like 93 people at one time on the thing. We've been getting thousands of views every day, and I appreciate it. Thank you all for sharing it, letting people know about it, because we speak in the truth here. That's for sure. And my friends are always hitting me up with great, little funny memes to just kind of lighten the mood a little bit. I saw this one this morning from my friend Marino, who was one of the contributors to the cause. Wife: did I get fat during the quarantine? Husband: well, you were never really skinny. Time of death: 5:30, 2020, 6 p.m. Cause: coronavirus. Probably so true. So what's up? What's up, partner?
Well, I didn't catch many errors on the show itself. I did oversleep a little bit for the very beginning of the show, so perhaps I know when you're left unfettered, you tend to make more errors. But it was a tremendous error on your part to try and pull off actually wearing my hair. When my thick, lustrous hair was being removed from my scalp, you were there, literally catching lock after lock in the hopes of actually taping it to your scalp. And I gotta say, and people can judge for themselves in the video that you showed. I've got to say, you didn't pull it off. Only one person can pull off Frank Moreno's hair, and unfortunately, my friend, it's not you.
Well, more than one person can pull off Frank Moreno's hair, because I saw Lou DeMasi yesterday doing a pretty good job at shaving the top of that thing. I thought he was going to have to come in with a buzzsaw or a chainsaw or something. It was so. One of my
Yeah.
friends said, "Wow, is that Frank's real hair?" I said, "Yeah, that's Frank's real hair." And by the way, I think I pulled it off, and I did actually duct tape a big swath of it. You see this front of my head here where I'm significantly bald? I put it right there, and it actually looked nice. It looked like I had a little pompadour. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
there was a little.
I don't think it looked that nice. It was a valiant effort. I think that's the best you could say. Now, on the riot front, we're watching a couple of these cities that have been overrun with rioters, including Washington, D.C. Apparently, as of yesterday, there was a curfew of 11 p.m. in Washington, D.C. I'm not sure what good an 11 p.m. curfew does, but as of today, D.C. is declaring a 7 p.m. curfew after arson and looting has rocked our nation's capital. It got so bad that the president was actually forced to go into his protective bunker for fear that these protesters who were throwing things at the White House and burning things down and vandalizing government buildings, the fear was that they could actually get into
Wow,
the Capitol building or the White House.
that would be like a movie. Now Frank said, people should be the judge for themselves. If I pulled off the hairdo, we have a photo.
Any final remarks for the video?
All right. Oh, well, that was it. You couldn't freeze it there. Oh, we're still working on learning some things. I have gotten such an overwhelming response. I'm talking to the team about potentially doing another salon event on Wednesday. I think I'm definitely going to do one next Sunday. We'll see if the weekday crowd wants some haircuts, and then come back again with next Sunday for the weekend crowd. And I want to put it out there on a poll right now. I'm going to do a Facebook poll later. But what do you think about Wednesday, shopping by the sea, where some local vendors set up tables and sell stuff people want to buy? And Carla sold a boatload of masks yesterday. And blowouts. Some ladies don't want another random barber or something cutting their hair, but they want a nice blowout, a little styling. So we may do that. Should we do Wednesday, or should we save it up until Sunday?
Yeah, it's a good question. I could see the pros and the cons to both. Maybe we try it on a Wednesday, see how that goes. If we get some of the women from Women Wednesday to come down,
That's what I'm saying.
perhaps. Yeah, exactly. With obviously with the exception of Loren Conlon, who nobody would be turning out to see. But for everybody else, then I think people would show up en masse.
No doubt. All right. Well, the funny thing is, well, you got to put your head around this for me and think about who we have. I bet you, Jennifer Bohr Cuevas just became the spokesperson for New Yorkers Against Remote Learning. So I know they have, I know her hands are full with trying to keep the pressure on the governor to get kids back to school. I bet if we asked Nice Jen would come down in person, maybe you could think of, some more illustrious female guests who may come in person. Maybe a Tisha Powell or
Oh boy.
Zen Sams is back
Oh
in
boy.
New York City. I don't know. You're great at this.
Sure. No, absolutely. I think we can put our heads together and come up with a great roster of people that will not only be informative but will add a lot of a great deal of morale to the event. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna see what the public opinion is. I'm gonna do a little Facebook snap poll later on. But me and Carla's really great at this stuff, and my friend Karen Terone from Five Borough Power Yoga, I left that out right there, but she held a yoga class at my house, which many people enjoyed, and many people saw it on Facebook, and they were like, hey, when is the next one? You know what I mean? So, me, Carla, and Karen, my brother Derek, and you, we got to put our heads together because, you know what? We're not doing anything wrong. And at the same time, even if we were, if the cops are going to let these guys loot the streets and light things on fire, you think they're going to come bother us about giving out haircuts?
I don't.
Right. So it's almost like, a lawless society because the cops are all focused on the lawbreakers, but they're outnumbered, and it kind of leaves all the rest of the area unattended, kind of.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I know President Trump had a meeting with some of the governors involved in the cities that were affected, and he urged them to be tough with these folks. And it was a call that CBS got a leaked copy of the audio, and I think they're putting it out there. But the president left no uncertainty about where he is in terms of how to combat these rioters.
I wish we had a guy like Bernie Carrick. We only got 30 seconds left, but I wish we had a guy like Bernie Carrick right now because he'd probably tell the cops to split a few kids' heads open with their batons. And
I don't think so.
Else.
I don't think Bernie would be an advocate of excessive use of police force
I don't
at
mean
all.
excessive, but when they're attacking cops, it's defense.
Yeah, well, it's certainly going to be interesting to see what happens going forward.
No doubt about it. Okay, we're going away right now, but not for long. We'll be back again tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you out there in social media land. Thank you out there in America. Tomorrow, more Liquid Lunch, same bat time, same bat channel, right here.